Did you know that forest covers about 30% of the planet's landmass, but humans are cutting them down, clearing these essential habitats on a massive scale? Forests still covers about 30% of the world's land area, but they are disappearing at an alarming rate. Between 1990 and 2016, the world lost 502,000 square miles, 1.3 million square kilometers of forest according to the World Bank, an area larger than South Africa, since humans started cutting down forests. 46% of trees have been felled, according to a 2015 study in the journal Nature. About 17% of the Amazonian rainforest has been destroyed over the past 50 years, and losses recently have been on the rise.
Deforestation is the clearance or removing of trees where the land is thereafter converted to a non-forest use. Right now, deforestation is tearing apart the forest, especially the rainforest around the world, and releasing excessive amounts of carbon dioxide into the Earth's atmosphere. 1.5 acres of forest is cut down every second. Unfortunately, it is estimated that in less than 100 years, there will be no more rainforest existing as a result of deforestation.
We need trees for a variety of reasons, not least of which is that they absorb not only the carbon dioxide that we exhale, but also the heat-trapping greenhouse gases that human activities emit. As those gases enter the atmosphere, global warming increases, a trend scientists now prefer to call climate change. Tropical tree cover alone can provide 23% of the climate mitigation needed over the next decade to meet goals set in the Paris Agreement in 2015, according to one estimate.
Our advocacy's aim is intended to highlight the alarming depletion of the world's natural resources, in particular, the continued rate of deforestation. Ending deforestation is our best chance to save animals and the forest community's rights. It is also one of the simplest and most cost-effective strategy to reduce global warming. In order to address this problem, we can take action by planting trees. Tree planting or reforestation refers to bringing trees back to areas that were previously forested, whether that's through planting trees or allowing the woodlands to regrow on their own.
The importance of reforestation is explained by the role trees play on our planet. According to a recent United Nations report on biodiversity and ecosystem services, reforestation can also start to rewind the habitat loss that threatens the extinction of up to 1 million plant and animal species, which is 1/4 life on Earth. Prompt reforestation allows accelerated development for forest structure, species composition, and canopy that provides many benefits, including wildlife habitat, clean and abundant water, carbon sequestration, forest wood products for consumers, forest recreation opportunities, and maintenance of soil productivity through soil erosion reduction.
Reforestation presents unique opportunities to address emerging issues associated with climate change. According to the Global Tree Restoration Potential Study, if we act now, this could cut carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by up to 25%, to levels last seen almost a century ago. The earlier we start to address this global issue, the less time we waste to save our planet. As stated by Saachi, a senior scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, we need to consider the phenomenon of climate connectivity. He explained that when we're too late, ecosystems start losing their natural functions, which makes it harder for a reforested area to have its species range and diversity and the same efficiency to absorb atmospheric carbon.
Trees help maintain our environment as clean and also keep the earth green, which means that we are as well responsible to the trees, and we should do our best to always protect trees. For every tree planted is a one step to restore the environment. Planting one tree can make a huge difference. What more if we restored all the trees that were cut off? The more trees we plant, the more help and security we can provide for our environment's future. This advocacy will be used as medium to not only spread awareness to the people, but also to our global leaders to pay attention to our trees and hopefully help in providing solutions to save it.
Forests are one of the most important ecosystems on Earth. 80% of all terrestrial plants, insects, and animals consider forests as their homes. Nearly 1/3 of people in the world are depending on forests for their livelihoods. Ending deforestation is the best chance we have to stabilize our climate, save wildlife species, and protect our well-being. It is our mutual responsibility to protect it, regardless of the distance we have. The increasing need for space is turning out to be an area of concern. What makes deforestation alarming are the immediate and long-term effects it is bound to inflict if continued at the current pace. Some of the predictions state that rainforests of the world will be eradicated if deforestation continues at its current pace.
Land skins of its cover for urban settlements should be urged to plant trees in its vicinity. Cutting of trees must be replaced by planting new ones. Reducing the consumption of paper through printing on both sides, using less toilet paper, avoiding paper plates and napkins, and wherever possible, go paperless, aid in reducing the activity of cutting trees. Education is also important in fighting deforestation issues. We can educate our family, friends, and even the entire community by sharing facts about deforestation, together with its causes and effects. That simple action can already make an impact. Livestock rearing has also become one of the leading causes of deforestation. We must try to eat less meat, which may be hard for some people. However, by doing so, even just for one meal a day, could make an extreme impact on the environment.
This is a message for the world leaders. Deforestation is a destruction that affects the whole world. Climate change has become more severe. Harm has been brought to the natural world, and millions of people are suffering, and still are. All of this as a result of humans' selfish desire and needs.
Cutting down thousands of trees to make it as an animal agriculture is just one of the many reasons of deforestation. Not to mention the other negative impacts it contributes to the environment, such as biodiversity loss, an increase in human-produced greenhouse gas emissions for about 18%.
When should we take an action? If it is already too late? Or if everything that had already happened will become irreversible? We have the earth as our only home. And with the direction we are currently taking and the fast pacing as what we call as progress and improvements, we are also destroying the earth in a faster rate.
We need governments from all over the world to join together to fight deforestation. We must prevent corruption and ensure the implementation of forest conservation regulations based on the most recent scientific findings.
To maintain tropical forests, there is a need for a global commitment to reduce greenhouse gas emissions as well as new initiatives backed by international finance. The cutting of trees releases billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
Planting a tree for each citizen in a country all over the world is the least we can do to aid what has been lost due to deforestation.
Thus,
For every
Tree planted
Is a one step
To restore
The environment.